Let me hit you with something nobody told me when I was broke. If you only work hard at your job, you will stay broke forever. Because jobs are not built to make you rich. They are built to make somebody else rich. The only thing that will make you wealthy is if you work harder on yourself than you do on your job. And that's why 99% of people stay stuck where they are for 40 years. Think about it for a second. People will grind 8, 10, 12 hours at a job they simply hate. They will break their backs for a paycheck that barely covers the rent, but won't spend just 1 hour on themselves or on something that can make them free for the next 40 years. And here's the truth. Money will never grow bigger than you are. Never. If you don't grow, your income won't either. It's that simple. That's why you see people hit a lucky crypto pump and within a year they are broke again because money grew but they didn't. And I know that because I worked like 10, 12 hours a day. I sat in traffic, collected my paycheck on a Friday, and by Monday it was all gone. Rent, bills, food, nothing left. Month after month, year after fucking year. But the problem wasn't the money. The problem was me. My lack of skills, my mindset, my habits. And that's the shift I want you to feel right now, because once I figured that out, everything changed. I stopped chasing the next quick dollar and started working on myself instead. And that's when money actually started chasing me. And here's why you need to keep watching, because I'm about to give you the 3 exact steps that took me to my first $10,000 month online. If you lock these in, it won't just change your income, it will change who you are. And when you change, the money has no choice but to follow. So when I make these videos here, it's not to flex, it's not to show off, it's to show you it's possible. If a broke plumber from Denmark sounding like a broken Arnold Schwarzenegger can climb out of that goddamn basement and build millions online, you can too. And money matters, don't get it twisted. You need money because without money you can't take care of the people you love, you can't buy freedom, you can't change shit. But money isn't about flexing, it's about what it lets you do for the people around you. Because this isn't about me, it's about you. And legacy isn't what you leave behind when you die, it's what you leave in the hearts and the minds of the people when you live. So let's get into it. Step number 1. If you want to be wealthy, if you want to hit your first 10K month online, you got to model success. But let me be clear, don't just copy the guy who flashes one screenshot of $10,000. You don't know if he just got lucky, you don't know if he will do it again next month. What you want to do is you want to study the people that pulls $500,000, $1 million a month consistently. Because those guys aren't guessing anymore. You get what I'm saying? They have built systems, they have built habits that scale. And here's the kicker, you don't need the whole pie. You just need 1% of it. Just 1% could be your first $10,000 online. Just 1%, that's all it takes. And that's exactly what I did. Back in the basement, I wasn't studying guys who made a couple of $1,000 a month online. I studied multi-millionaires. I even read books from billionaires. I was listening to their interviews. I was studying how they were thinking and how they reacted to different things, how their fucking mind worked. Because again, success leaves clues. Because here's the thing, money doesn't stay with people who don't know how to multiply it. That's why crypto millionaires, they disappear. The money outgrows them and then it leaves, it never comes back. I realized I didn't have a money problem, I had a me problem. And once I started working harder on myself than I did in my plumbing job, once I started reading writing down what I had to do daily and modeling the top 1%, that's when everything flipped for me. So here's what to do. Stop scrolling mindlessly. Start scrolling for patterns. Watch what the top 1% are doing daily. Then you do it at your scale. And if you want the complete breakdown on how to become unrecognizable in 90 days, I left another YouTube video under this video right here. Go watch that after. Now here's the second step. And this is where most people, they simply get stuck forever. They learn. I'm telling you, people, they drive like crazy here. Constantly have to be awake. So when camera is rolling, fucking light on, a phone here, fucking everything's flying around you. You have to be awake here when you drive, that's for sure. Now back to the second step. So the second step is where people, they simply get stuck forever. Because they learn, they read, they binge watch YouTube videos forever. They take notes, but they never apply anything. Never. And listen, I was that guy for years, sitting in that basement apartment watching YouTube video after YouTube video on my 16-year-old computer, dreaming of one day I will be rich. Can you relate to that? But I never put any shit into action, and nothing ever changed for me. It wasn't until I forced myself to do the boring things daily that my life actually started to turn around. I would come home from fixing toilets all day covered in sweat, and I would sit at that cheap IKEA desk in that fucking basement apartment night after night. Nobody was clapping, no instant money, just the grind. And let me tell you something, it sucked big time. There were simply nights where I just hit the pillow in pure frustrations, and I was asking myself, why the fuck isn't this shit here working? And there were nights where I wanted to quit. There was many nights like those. But I just kept executing. I kept building, because that's what the billionaires told me in the books. Because the moment you quit, that's the moment you will fail. And that's what built my first 10K month online. Not talent, not luck, execution. You see, discipline is like lifting weights. You don't start by deadlifting 500 pounds, right? You start maybe with the bar. You start with the boring reps. Every day you do the reps over and over again, and that's what builds the muscle. And over time you get strong enough to carry a life most people can't even dream of. That's what freedom is built on. Not the hype, not motivation, not wishing, but the boring daily execution. So don't just watch me talk. Don't just nod your head and say, yeah, Philip, that makes sense. The second this video ends, go apply just one thing, because the distance between broke and wealthy is measured in actions, not just ideas and you thinking about it. And here's another truth nobody wants to tell you. It's not just about taking action. It's about taking the right action consistently. For 2 years, I failed because I tried to learn from everyone at once. I was following 10 different gurus telling me 10 different things, and no wonder nothing worked. And I thought I was being smart. I thought I was collecting knowledge, but in reality, I was just drowning in noise. If you can't master one thing, how the hell do you expect to master 5 at the same time? That's why nothing worked for me. I was all over the place, lost, pulling a piece from here and there, and kind of like trying to glue together a puzzle that didn't fucking fit. Until finally I hit rock bottom, down to my last goddamn dollar. Even I had to borrow $1,500 from my mom. And in that moment I made a decision. Block out all of the noise. I found one mentor, one proven path, and I stopped questioning. I stopped overthinking. I stopped doubting myself. I just implemented exactly what he told me. No shortcuts, no execution, and guess what? That's when I made $9,300 the following 30 days and on to $233,000 from that basement apartment. And that was not because I suddenly got smarter, not because I worked harder than before, but because I finally focused, one mentor, one path, and just ruthless action. So listen, if you're stuck right now, stop trying to learn from everyone. Pick one proven path, block out all of the noise, and execute it every single day, because that's how you build momentum. That's how you go from broke and stuck and confused to your first 10K month online. Not by doing more, but by cutting out all of the noise and locking in on what actually works. Now, step 3 is simple but brutal to live. Do whatever it takes. And I don't mean that cute Instagram quote version of it. I mean the real fucking shit. When I was broke, I sold my own furniture just to afford mentorship. I skipped nights out. I skipped vacations. I skipped comfort. There were nights I was dead tired from plumbing all day. The hands were cut. Back was hurting after lifting fucking 20 toilets up on a 5th floor without a goddamn elevator. And instead of crashing on the bed, I sat at that desk and worked until 2 in the morning. And I had to wake up again at 5 to sit in traffic jams for another 2 hours, because I told myself I will figure this shit here out or die fucking trying. And that's whatever it takes. Here's the truth nobody wants to hear. Success doesn't give a shit about your excuses. It doesn't care if you're tired, broke, rejected, or scared. It only cares if you're willing to pay the price. Look at anyone you admire, Dwayne Johansen, Ronaldo, Arnold Schwarzenegger for that matter, whoever your hero is, none of them got there by being fucking comfortable. They bled for it, they sacrificed for it, they put themselves through hell until the world had no choice but to respect them. And if you want your first 10K online, if you want freedom, if you want to take care of your family, if you want to walk into a room and know you have built yourself up from nothing, you have to be that guy. The one who simply don't stop. The one who burns the boats. The one who will do whatever it takes. That's how I climbed out of that basement. That's how I went from a broke plumber, addicted to drugs, to building a multi-million-dollar business online. Not because I was the smartest, not because I got lucky, because I was willing to do what most people simply won't. So let me leave you with this. If you're waiting for the easy way, it doesn't exist. But if you're ready to go all in, ready to push past the excuses, ready to pay the price, you can rewrite your whole story. And when you do, your life won't just change, you will change. And that's worth more than any car, any watch, any flex you will ever buy. So let's put all of these things here together real quick. The title of the video was 3 steps to your first $10,000 online. And here's exactly what you learn. Step number 1, model real success, not the broke ass screenshots you see on Instagram, but $1 million system. Step number 2, apply and execute daily. Cut the noise, master one path, and then you stack the wins. Step number 3, whatever it takes, burn the boats, sacrifice now so you never have to again. And that's the roadmap to your first $10,000 online. Now I want to say this clearly. I don't make these videos here to flex or play guru. I make them for you because I remember being where you are, stuck, broke, doubting yourself. And if I can help even one person see what's actually possible, then it's all worth it. So here's what I want you to do next. I left another video for you down in the description, okay? And it will put all of this together, and it will bring all of this together for you, and you can become unrecognizable in 90 days. Now guys, I'm gonna pick up my wife. I'm nearly there, and then I think we're gonna go from McDonald's. See you in the next video. Let's get it.